to PenTellectual Conversations. You've just stepped into a space where the mind meets the soul. A place where poetry and conversation collab to form a silky, smooth vibe that flows like smooth jazz. Dope poetry, deep dialogue, and unapologetically real energy. So pour your favorite drink, light one up if that's your rhythm, and let the world outside melt away. So sit back, relax, and let's get into tonight's hot topic.
Already having problems. I'm already having issues with my microphone. What's good, people? Welcome to season 3 premiere of PenTellectual Conversations, the place where dope poetry, deep dialogue, and unapologetically real energy will always reside. We are officially back in the building, and I could not think of a better way to begin the new season than with a woman whose voice represents what this platform is all about: truth, purpose, resilience, and the courage to be heard. Tonight's guest is an award-winning spoken word poet from St. Louis, Missouri. Since stepping into the poetry scene in 2019, she has taken personal pain and transformed it into poetic purpose. Through her words, her performances, and the way she carries her story, she continues to uplift Black girls and women while reminding them that their voices deserve space. She is a not one, not two, but 3-time nominee in the St. Louis poetry scene, a powerful performer, and a poet determined to prove that no matter what life places in front of you, you can still rise and you do not have to rise quietly. So, PenTellectual Conversations, my pen pals, please help me welcome the unapologetic, the powerful, and the beautifully outspoken Tiffany Marie. What's good, baby?
What's up? What's going on? I like that introduction. I gotta take you on the road.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So
I gotta take you
before
on the
before we
road with
get
me.
into the poet, the
Hmm.
performances, the accomplishments, all of that. Who is Tiff when nobody is asking her to be powerful?
She's a mom. Um, she's a she's goofy, very ditzy. Um, she's quiet, more of an introvert. Um, like a hermit, always in hermit mode. When I don't have to perform. If I'm not performing, if I'm not paid to perform, if I'm not supposed to be out doing something that's for my brand, I'll be in the house with my kids. So that's it. That's my whole life. I literally don't do anything. I'm really an inside person that's trying to figure out how I love the outside so much being an inside person.
All right, all right. So from St. Louis.
Yeah.
So what
Yeah.
what part of St. what parts of St. Louis can people hear or feel like inside your poetry?
What do you mean parts?
Like as far as like your upbringing and things like that in the city of St. Louis, like can they feel that in your poetry and how?
Oh, maybe. I don't really talk about the same things others talk about in their poetry, right? I'm such a
Okay.
different poet. When you think of, I don't really know what people think about or who comes to mind when people think of poetry or a poet and just in general. I'm the total opposite. I'm I'm the complete opposite. Y'all have to hear me and see it for y'all to understand. I don't know what genre section I belong in the poetry. Just know I'm in there. I'm in there. I just don't know. So in my poetry, I don't. You would not necessarily even know what part I'm from hearing that because I don't ever really talk about my personal experiences. I only talk about things that may be similar, or like, people, things that they can relate to. Other than that, you will
Mhm.
never really hear me talk about my personal experiences. You'll never know anything about me, honestly, from the poetry. So yeah.
That is different because a lot of us use personal experiences for our pieces and things like that. So yeah, that is definitely different, and I love it. Y'all, I've heard this woman spit a few times. So if y'all hear me bragging and fanboying and all that shit, trust me, it's worth it. Like she dope. She dope. Um, so you began your spoken word journey in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not like you're not new to the scene, but you new to the scene, and you've accomplished a lot in this
Yeah,
short amount of time.
for
Do
sure.
you do you remember your first piece that you performed in front of an audience?
Yeah. Um,
There's a
I
story behind
actually,
that.
and it's so funny because I actually just re-recorded it as a freestyle and not a poem. And when I first came out as a poet, they were not, the poetry scene in St. Louis, the people, the vets in the poetry community, they were not so open to accepting new people into the poetry world. So
Hmm.
I had to go around that and create my own poetry shows for a while to show them I belong on y'all's stage. So after me throwing shows and putting my shows on and doing stuff and going on people's different platforms to perform and showing them I belong on the stage, then I started to get accepted into being on the stage with the poets. After about, I don't know, 3 or 4 years of doing the shit, it became so second nature to me to the point where like I just start surpassing, and I'm not here to brag, but I love it. I'm just going further than I ever imagined me to go with it because I didn't have a plan for this. I just said, this is a way for me to express myself. I can write stories. I can be creative. I can make things up. I have such a creative imagination. And so let's use it in pen and paper. And I do that. And it's gotten me very far. So, yeah.
That's you know what that's an inspiration though. There's a lot of poets out there who go through that. Like they new poets, they're on a scene that has a lot of vets there, and a lot of them feel like they get shunned and things like that. So one way that she went out and did it was when created her own lane. What advice would you give to somebody who doesn't have that drive to go create their own lane? What advice would you give them so that they
Um,
can start getting recognized?
I'm such a stern person when I give advice. So don't take it in like a negative manner to the folks out there that's listening. But do the shit anyway. Like,
Mm,
like, so what you scared? Do it scared. So, so what that you may not have a team? Do it anyway without the team. I am a one-woman team. I've been doing this by myself. The scene is very scary. It's scary to go out and do it. It's scary to step on stage in front of people and put your craft out there because you never know if they're gonna boo you, if they're gonna clap for you. Do the shit any fucking way. Do it anyway, be prideful and give yourself grace on how different you are, because that different can really get you very far. Like, it can take you further than you ever thought it would take you. Me being different has gotten me very far because I'm not with the norm, and I'm not doing the things that other young ladies are doing. I'm not talking about the things other young ladies are doing. I don't have that to say. I don't have that to talk about. So I created my own lane, and it wasn't easy. You have to get people to come see your shows. You have to, So I made my own flyers. Didn't know how to do shit from scratch, but I did it. Made my own flyers. I casted my own people for my own shows. We had people come out, and even if it was a small crowd or a big crowd, I was just proud of that because I did it anyway. I didn't let that shit scare me. Like, I didn't let those vets scare me out of something that could be big. What they're and in my mind, what I thought about was, they probably just scared because you could surpass their ass. They probably
mm.
just scared because you could do better than them. And that right there is just a different type of mindset to have. And I've always had that because I've always felt like I was different. And my confidence is just on a different level, which is why a lot of folks don't fuck with me or like me. But that's okay because I'm not likable for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But you can fuck with my poetry and not like me. So that, there's a difference. It's like you can fuck with my music and my poetry and not like me. And that's okay.
That's dope.
Do it anyway. Shit, fuck them.
Do it any
You
fucking
do it
way.
anyway, and you fuck around, become a millionaire overnight, just because you took a leap of faith on yourself. Like, do it anyway.
Shit, that's how that content creating shit started. All right, motherfucker
And
just
that's how
started
it's
doing shit.
going. Motherfuckers is blowing up overnight because they're just doing it anyway. There's going to be someone that likes your content, and that's going to be your audience. And once you find them people, you focus on them people right there because nobody else cares until you're popping. Then when you popping, everybody else will follow suit. Find your people, everybody else gonna come after. Do it anyway. Do it scared. Do it scared because I do it scared every time.
So y'all heard it. Do it scared.
Do it
Just do
scared.
it.
Do it anyway.
So in this section right here, we're like, trying to discover your voice and things like that. Was there a specific moment when you realized I'm not just somebody who writes poetry? I am a poet. Was there any particular moment that just solidified that thought in your head, or have you always, since you grabbed the pen, felt like that?
No, what solidified that moment was going on stage and performing just a piece that they've, and like I said, I'm different. So when y'all hear it, y'all gonna understand it. But going on stage and performing and hearing them clap and hoot and holler and stomp and yeah, say that shit, like all that shit, that right there, all that will make your head balloon, okay? Like I was so big headed that night you couldn't tell me nothing from that day forward. That put some fire under my ass. I'm telling you, that shit lit up under me so quick. I left out that room that day and I've been unstoppable since. Like it is that. Because you be scared and you be sensitive about the stuff you finna go up there and say, and you don't know what they finna think or if they gonna feel you or fuck with what you gotta say. And then they do. And they do for real. Oh yeah, that's a different that's when I
It's a
knew.
different feeling.
That's when
That's a
I knew.
different feeling.
That's when I knew, okay? When you got people hitting you up from places you ain't never, people hitting you up from places and things and people you ain't never even heard of. Don't know who none of these people are. Your name just in rooms that you ain't never stepped foot in, that you probably ain't never gonna step foot in, but your name is in there and you done got an opportunity off there just because somebody was in that room of value. It did it for me. Yes, yes, Lord, thank you. Thank you.
For me, it was like I've always felt like I had a talent for writing,
Yeah.
but it took a few poets that I hold like up here to be like, hey man, you dope. Like, oh shit. Oh, I'm dope for real then. Like,
Yeah, he said, I got
like,
he said,
all
I got
right.
this for real.
Oh, okay, cool, cool. It ain't just my mama telling me, yeah, baby, you good. No,
Nah,
it's
nah, you got
real.
real for sure. And you know what? My mama didn't say that. My mama didn't say none of that. Let me tell you something. My mama was not a fan. She did
Mm.
not like it. It took a long time for her to get on board. Okay? So, do it anyway. Do
Do
the
it
shit
anyway.
anyway. Okay?
All right. So we talked about, we the difference between Tiff and She Ain't Gotta Be Powerful and Tiff on stage.
Yeah.
So what is the biggest difference between your everyday voice and Tiffany Marie's stage voice?
There isn't one. I'm
Mm.
loud all the time. And I try to tone it down, but I can't. You know, like I got one of those black families that's loud where everybody loud. So when you go around other people, you don't think you loud because your family always loud, so it don't seem loud to you. Yeah, that's the kind of voice I got, right? So even when I'm not trying to be loud, I'm loud. So there's nothing different between, from this voice to the voice that I have on stage, besides the fact that when I actually get on stage, I put a lot of emotion behind
Mhm.
how I say my words and the things that I'm saying so you can understand and feel them where you're supposed to feel them at. So that's the difference. That's the only difference. Other than that, I'm loud because I don't perform with a mic. I get on stage and I make sure my voice stretches across stages, arenas, and seats of all kinds. I don't use a microphone because I feel like it takes away from my creativity to be able to move around stage and really give that emphasis on my performance. I hate sitting and standing in one spot. To each his own. I don't, judge nobody, but I'm going to move around. I'm going to talk to every corner in here. I'm going to make eye contact with every, you going to see me and feel me in here. I can't just stand here and stare straight ahead. I'm going to be sweating up in that motherfucker, okay? We're going to be collecting buckets of sweat. I need to be able to really move around and show people that I have a real talent on stage versus just you know, because
The
I do a lot of
stage
different
presence is
poetry.
big. Stage presence is big, man. I've seen
Hey,
people who have shit pieces, well, mediocre pieces, but great stage presence, and they got over. And I've seen people with great stage presence. I mean, great
and
pieces and
very
mediocre
yeah,
stage presence, and it's like,
yeah,
you lost me.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yes. I get
I got a
tired.
couple more questions before we get into the real reason why people are showing up right now. Uh,
Okay.
One, was your voice always unapologetic, or did you have to fight through fears and insecurities or other people's opinion for you to be who you are today? Or was it like from birth, fuck you, I'm gonna do me?
No, I've never. So I actually just got to this point where I am now. It took a long time. As a kid growing up, I was actually really quiet. I was one of those kids who was different, right? From my whole family, everybody in my family was these type of people, and then here come me, eyeball ass, and I'm nothing like them. And instead of them embracing my difference, it was a lot of pointing at and laughing at. So I was always like real closed off. And then going through middle school and high school, one of the lessons that I learned was I'm super friendly and I want to make lots of friends, right? And I wanted a lot of people in school to be my friends, but they didn't really like me like that. And I didn't ever understand. I never probably will understand, right? So going through school and then going through that, I went through bullying. I went through a lot of different stuff in school, which also made me very closed off, right?
Uh-huh.
After school, going to college was like a wake-up call for me. Like, okay, this the real world. There's no more going to school with them bitches that was talking about you a couple weeks ago. This is real now.
Mm-hmm.
Learning to speak up for myself, like after my college days and things like that, it was hectic. People were like fighting me back on me speaking up for myself, which made me very confused. Like, why are y'all so hesitant on basically giving so much rebuttal against something that should be heard, right? Then it took to my adult years. It took me to have kids. People show their real true colors when you're down, broke, homeless, pregnant, sick, right? And have my kids. I started writing in 2019. I was pregnant in 2019. My entire pregnancy was shit. I went through so much abuse. I went through so much everything, and that was my word. That was me saying, I'm not gonna be quiet anymore. I've went through 25 years of being hushed, silenced, quieted, having to be the bigger person, having to always wear the big girl drawers, or having to always just play nice. I'm not nice. I'm actually very mean. But I'm nice when I have to be, right? And just taking that with me, I I had to learn to start talking. Cause when you don't talk and when you don't speak up and when you don't show your true self and let people know that they got you fucked up, they gonna keep thinking they can do it. And one thing about me, two things for sure, you when you got me fucked up, I'm gonna tell you you got me fucked up. But it did take a long time for me to get there. And it took for me to be an adult and have kids for me to tell you that you got me fucked up. Because when you got kids, it's different. And
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to my kids, it's different. So somebody had to play with me about my kids for me to know, okay, you can't be quiet no more.
It's time to
It,
cut the
it's
fuck up.
because I'm so cool and I'm so laid back and I'm so chill. But I lean up too. You know what I'm saying? Like I lean up too, but I don't like to because that's not my vibe. I'm literally a poet, a nice soft girly who likes to write, who likes to laugh, who likes to have a good time, all of that. Please don't make me angry. But then when I do get angry, I don't know how to say how I feel right then and there. I let it build up. And then that
Mm-hmm.
one moment the motherfucker pissed me off, then I explode. So I'm still working on that. I'm not perfect in no areas, but I've learned to put that shit on paper and start speaking up for myself because them past years, motherfuckers was trying to keep me silent and hushed. And now I know why. I'm a gem. I'm a gem. And y'all are trying to hide the gem because y'all are afraid of elevation further than y'all because y'all felt like y'all should have got there, but you didn't give it your all. You didn't try enough and you didn't want to be different because you were afraid of how everybody was going to judge you because you're different
Mm-hmm.
versus choosing elevation over judgment. Who gives a fuck what anybody thinks? Okay? Because I don't. These bitches out here looking crazy as hell. They got worse shit going on. Their houses is nasty. They ain't taking care of their kids. There's a lot more shit going on in the world than worried about what the fuck I'm wearing and what I'm rapping about and making poetry about. Like real shit. So Start speaking up about that shit. And I have, and I'm gonna continue. It ain't been from birth, but it's been since 25, okay? Since 2019, I'm gonna tell you that. And the last motherfucking 7 years have been lethal. Lethal.
I can
Okay?
only fucking imagine.
And to this day, motherfuckers know you go say that shit to Tiff, man. You don't know what's gonna come. Lethal. I know some
So
people ain't spiritual, but if you spiritual on this motherfucker, I'm a Libra woman, an October one. Okay.
October what?
12th. Yeah.
October 10th.
Hey, big L's, big
You
L's.
you
See?
know big leaders in this bitch.
They know not to fuck with us, man. They know. But
So
no. Yeah.
what one more question before we get started on this feature part of this.
Yeah.
You're not just a poet. Like we've mentioned that a couple times in this. You're not just a poet. And actually, our soundbite artist of the week is actually our hot topic. Everybody, pen pals, please understand. She has a song, and I'm gonna have her spend a little moment right now to explain the song, why you wrote it, and then we're gonna get into it in just a moment. So let's hear. Let's talk about it. This single that you sent me. Tell us about it.
So I told my engineer I was not gonna do music if I had to rap about sex, sex and another woman, man, cooter, ass, popping it, selling it, any of that. I didn't want none of that. So I didn't want that sound because I may look curvy and have that look to me or whatever people like to say. I don't want that sound. Right? I have two little girls and I feel like the music that I make and that I put out there has to be something of value with some substance, at least for me, right? I called it Pressure Proof Princess. Um, I do not know how to write music. So I take my poetry and I do the best that I can with it. So all music that I write comes from my poems, like personal poems that I've written and never performed before. So this piece, this song is just about getting money, elevating, being a boss and really living that boss life. Like being really top tier, carrying yourself like you're very top tier, really living that life, getting to the bag, getting to the money, not worried about haters. That's what this song is about. There's absolutely not one curse word in the song. There's not one vulgar word in the song. I can tell you that it's been so hard to push and market this song because of that. But I'm going to put it in their face as much as I can. It's like we're so immune to the bad shit, to the ratchet shit, to the, just degrading shit, to where some shit come out that's not bad, that's not degrading. It's hard for them to really support it. I'm gonna keep putting it in their face till they start supporting, because everything don't have to be degrading to a woman. So that's definitely what this piece was aimed for. Just to tell women, like, be bosses. Like, we can be bosses. We can really do this shit. Like, we can really live these type of lives that people act is just on social media. Like, this is real life. We could do this. Go get our money, be about our business and our kids. Fuck these bitches, fuck these haters. That's
Hell yeah.
that's the gist,
So what
it's
we getting
different.
ready to do right now, pen pals, man, we getting ready to go to our sponsorship real quick. After we do the sponsor, we gonna let y'all know what's coming up, and then we're gonna get right into the soundbite artist of the week. But before we get to all of that, you got three pieces for us, correct?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I do. I
So
got three pieces.
bet that up. So with that being said, Miss Tiffany Marie, the mic is yours.
Okay. Okay. Like I said, I'm a very different poet, so there's no specific order of these pieces, but we're gonna start with these first three right here, okay? They call me Tiffany Marie. They say she ain't special. I say, who you talking about? Little old me. I find it kind of funny how you hating on me and I ain't even introduced myself yet. They call me Big Tiff. And I noticed you said who? The one and only with the great gift, and I'm here to show you what I can do. With very little words in the wink of an eye, I could take your man, boo. By the way that I walk and talk, I'm sure I could bag your daddy, too. My words so lethal, I stand on everything I said. No snake shit and no envy. My skin don't shed, but you heard what the fuck I said. I'm not to be played with. Cause when my scales unbalanced, I come to slay shit. I ain't really myself when I'm fucked with, so don't come to me on no fuck shit, cause I'm Big Tiff. I heard you say who again, bitch, I shapeshift. Jack of all trades, there's nothing I can't do. Buy me a pair of shoes just to run circles around you. Double that money by two, and it's only me. What is it that I can't do? Not the newest Jimmy Choos or those big ass Balenciaga shoes, but these 39.99s and other news. The way I lace up my shoes, it's a special recipe. The way they move, them special kind of grooves in the bottom of my shoes, some you bitches ain't used to. Cause I'm Tiffany Marie, you know, the one with the ass and always hella mean. You know, the one that shop on Sheen and keep a bag of that mean green. Yes, I'm her. Nice to meet you. No hating shit. I just had to greet you. I like introducing myself to my haters. They say you ain't popping if you ain't got them. I had to seat them tables like waiters. So, for a recap of this, not so poetry, but this almost rap, I'm Tiffany Marie. You know, the one with the gift, the special words that come out her lips. Metaphors so cold, you need a coat for this trip. Words so heavy, they sink ship. Remember, keep your daddy on lock, cause I take tips. You know, the older ones with the dip in their hip. Yeah, they love Big Tiff. That is the first one, y'all. Let me see. Let me get into my second one here. Um, okay. This one's called Mile Walk. Y'all can find it on all the platforms, okay? You can't walk a mile in my shoes. I guarantee you what I go through, you couldn't walk up the steps in my trues. Stepping over bitches in my high top blues. Stepping on my problems in my mid top twos, I'm saying. So many, I'm proud of yous in my Prada shoes, but not seeing what I see through the lens I look through. I'm struggling. Weight on my shoulders, but I'm not budging. Carrying the world in my Timberlands, stumping through shit, cause I'm limitless. I'm powerful. From the outside looking in, you think I was flowerful. Peeling layers off my roses till shit becomes showerful. Pouring so much into others that my glass became hourful. It's empty. Gotta pour back into me before my glass becomes half empty. Can't go crazy out my mind, but it's tempting. Don't tempt me. You can't walk a mile in my shoes. Not these Nikes, these Jordans, these Balenciagas, or these Pradas. Not these Adidas, these Champions, these Yeezys, or Family Dollars. I'm serious. I know you curious about how I do it. It's not likely or like me, but understand I do it like Nike. You should see how she tries to do it just like me, but it's a little off. Kind of slightly, cause you can't walk a mile in my shoes. These size 8s come with a set of rules. The kind of shit I go through will give you the blues. Have you holding your head like unknown news while you sever through these clues to find the tools. You can't be like me. Couldn't fuck with me if I was a pair of dope man Nikes back in the 90s. The way I move these mountains through lightning. Came out on top like Tyson fighting in my all-white moccasins. I'm saying, you can't walk a mile in my shoes, but you can keep praying. Okay, y'all, that's the second one. And the last one for now. Um, let's see. I do it with precision. Never second guess, always made decisions. Standing over bitches like I'm supervision. Looking into their future like I'm Raven's visions. My words cut so deep you think you had an incision. The way you left you with vivid description of how my words caused infliction. Follow along and listen. I'ma tell you how my words had him glistening. I had to make it make sense. I hit his ass with division. You divide these legs and them toys. That's an addition. Made so much goddamn noise, the landlord hit us with an eviction. Caused quite a friction, almost ended my ass up in prison, but that's against my religion. I put the key in the ignition, wrapped that bitch up like an Egyptian, had a funeral in her honor. Long live that addiction. What a hell of an inscription. You've never been in my position, never battled with this condition. Can't make this shit a tradition. The way I murder these words and come out on top with no conviction. I'm something like a magician. It's the way I collect all this commission. Bitches be so mad they buying monthly subscriptions just to see if I'm some competition. Can't confront them on it cause it's always contradiction. So forevermore, I'ma pop these words like uncapped verbs and you can catch me at your nearest jurisdiction. And that's it, y'all. Them my three.
So we popping up, cutting up like that. That's what oh man, everybody, that is Miss Tiffany Marie, right out of St. Louis, came right up her and towed the stage down. So y'all gonna hear a little bit more from her in just a moment. Right now, Pen Pals, you know what time it is. It's time for us to go ahead and get to these sponsors. So here we go. Why isn't my button working? There we go. So here are our grounded sponsors. These are our sponsors forever and always. You got me, of course, Paul Cram the Poet. You have Nice, Natasha Inspired Crafts and Events. Desi Beats, the man responsible for the theme track that you hear every time you join PenTellectual Conversations. And TNT Business Consulting. Please hit either one of us up for any type of creative needs, man. I promise you, we got it, or we can point you in the right direction. Next, we have All Things PenTellectual. If you would like to be a guest on PenTellectual, if you would like your music to get promoted here as the Soundbite Artist of the Week, please hit that QR code, go to our link tree, and fill out the tab for Hot Topic or Soundbite Artist. If you are looking to sponsor an episode or multiple episodes, we have sponsorship packages at very, very, very affordable prices. So if you are a business owner or if you have something that you want promoted here, sponsor an episode, hit me up or hit the email up directly at pentellectuals@gmail.com. And if you would like to donate to PenTellectual Conversations, there's our Cash App right there, because PenTellectual Conversations is more than just a show. It is a movement, and movements needs to be financed. And there is not a donation too big or too small. We accept them all with nothing but pure love. So in the world of poetry, man, what we got going right now, we definitely got to let you know about Poppy's Poetry Corner tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, hosted by one of the livest people on the internet right now, Keynotes. You know her as Poppy, man. Y'all meet me on the corner, and you see the lineup. You got Denario, you got Pressure, you got the Walking Erotica, and the general herself, Miss J. Simone. So you know this is going to be one of them ones. Make sure y'all beat me there. Don't meet me there. What we got coming up next, we have Sensual Saturdays, which will be here August 29th at 8 p.m. in Atlanta, GA. Again, hosted by the General J. Simone, with the spotlight artist being the Walking Erotica, and Divinity with the burlesque dancing. Man, you do not want to miss this show. If you are in the Atlanta area, make sure you hit them up for tickets. And I believe it's like $25-$30 at the door, but it's 100% worth it. Yoshi, PenTellectual's very own, is the bartender, so make sure you tip out and get out there, man. It's a hell of a show. Black Poetry Fest 2026, Night 1, Atlanta, GA. Man, my boy Aziz, the pulmonologist, and his beautiful wife, Subliminal, will be hosting. And guess what? Ebony, the goddess, PenTellectual's own, will be one of the features on Night 1. So y'all make sure y'all get out there, man. It's gonna be one. This is October 15th, 2026. Night one is October 15th, 2026. So y'all make sure y'all get in there. All right, y'all. So I know I talked to y'all about it already, about her being more than just a poet. She's an artist, plain and simple, an artist, poet, actor, singer, rapper, model, all other types of shit. Anything creative, I bet she can do it. You give her some finger paint, I bet she find a way to make a Picasso type shit. So right here, we have Pressure Proof Princess by the Tiffany Marie. Let's hear it.
Walk in, whole room tilt, that's balance. Walk in, whole room tilt. Walk in, whole room tilt, that's balance. Pretty face, big brain, that's talent. Talk slick, I turn beat to a ballad. They all vote me, every state that's valid. Never chase dudes, chase digits. Lashes on fleek while I handle my business. They want clout, I want interest. They want likes, I want interest. Too grown for a bargain bag. I'm the one at the copy, I started that. Got them pressed on the ground, trying to guard the tag. I'm the reason they caption hard and fact. New nails, new deals, that's light work. I've been lit, even when the lights work. Independent, I don't need a title. Only ring that I need is my phone on idle. Pressure-proof princess, can't press this. Yeah. Walk like a blessing, talk like the death wish. Yeah, too fine, too paid, face stresses. Ever hate it in the back? Need a guest list. Yeah, I'm a boss, I'm a brat. I'm the main show. Pretty with a hustle, let the chain glow. If it ain't about a bag, then I lay low. If it is, say less. I'ma rain though. They're like, how you so bad and so busy? Cause I turned every doubt to a business. I don't argue, I invoice, I don't beg, I give choices. Talk big in the group chat, I talk big and I prove that. They gon' fold when I shoot back. I don't beat, I remove that. Face card heavy, that's credit. Everything I said, I beat, I said it. Every closed door I saw, I wish it. Now they wanna double back, I did it. Competition where I don't see them. I'm the blueprint, they wanna be her. When I pop out, it's a museum. All this art walking, wanna see them. I'm a pressure-proof princess, can't press this. Yeah, walk like a blessing, talk like the death wish. Yeah, too fine, too paid, face stresses. Ever hate it in the back? Need a guest list. Yeah, I'm a boss, I'm a brat. I'm the main show. Pretty with a hustle. Let the chain glow. If it ain't about a bag, then I lay low. If it is, say less. I'ma rain though.
Yeah. Y'all, please make sure y'all run that up, man. Hit her up. She gonna give you all her information later on in the show where y'all can follow her and get it in, man. I'm over here bop. Yeah. I ain't even a princess though, but the shit was a bop. Oh man, that was dope.
I appreciate that. First time ever writing a song. First time ever doing like a mic drop performance of the song. So I probably look awkward as hell standing there because I've never done that before. But I just re-recorded it because I'm a little bit more comfortable now. But it's okay because I'm gonna keep doing it till it's like second nature. Just keep doing it just because.
Just keep, like you said, do it anyway.
Do it anyway, please.
It's funny how you just treated that Coke like a 40 from Don't Be a Menace to South
Listen,
Central.
when you performing, okay, you know, you be performing. I don't got no water in here. I didn't plan. I told you beforehand. I told you beforehand. I was not, but we here, and I stay ready. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's get back into this interview real quick before we allow you to blaze this stage one more time. Your bio. Mm-hmm. Your bio says that you turned, and y'all listen to this alliteration. She did this. Your bio said that you turned personal pain into poetic purpose. Like I love that. Even in her bio, she's poetry. Like she's what does that transformation actually look like behind the scenes?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like we see the finished product when
Mm-hmm.
you're on stage.
Mm-hmm.
But what's the process for you from you, how can I put
Okay.
it?
I got
Yeah.
you. I got you. Okay, so I get my process from the time I get booked to the time of the day of, right? My steps and processes. So if I'm getting booked, I gotta know the theme, or if it's not a theme, I need to know like the background, what you need. If you want something specific, if it's a free for all, just say what you need, whatever, whatever. I get all that. I create my pieces. I write my pieces, and listen, I write my pieces the same day I get booked. I'm on top of shit. Like I don't do no faking, cause I work and I'm a mom. I'm a full time mother of two. You know what I'm saying? So I have to make sure I have equal balance between everything. So when I'm booked and when I know that you're serious about booking me, I go that day and I write my shit. Now, from the day I write it up into the day of the performance, I am not rehearsing all those days. I'm gonna be so honest with you. Um, I will probably wait till the week of, and then I will start rehearsing. How I will rehearse, my rehearsal consists of writing it, recording it on my phone like a song, listening to it like a song, because that's how I learn the lyrics faster. That's how I learn my words that I wrote quicker. That's how I can, if you listen to a song long enough or many times you remember the words, and you ain't write the damn song. Yeah, that's me. So I recorded in my voice notes after I write it. I listen to that shit on my radio like it's a goddamn song, and I learn every word from word from word. And so when I get on stage, I know this motherfucker because I rehearsed it in the car umpteen times. I be in the house singing that bitch, in the shower, in the house rehearsing it like I'm on stage, giving it my all like it's a concert. So by the time I step on that stage, my confidence is in me. It ain't on me no more. I'm coming out with that already knowing that I'm gonna kill this because I done did all the preparation that I needed to get here. But that's my step. I'm listening to this shit. I'm finna sit here and listen to it day and night. I'm reading as I'm listening. I'm reading without it. I'm closing my eyes and memorize a paragraph and then memorize that paragraph. And then that's how I memorize I'm sitting here giving y'all pieces off no writing paper, no nothing. I just told you before I got on here that I wasn't prepared for six nothing.
Straight
six
up.
six
She's
what?
like, she did not know she had to do 6 pieces.
Six who? So these are things that I've sat and like remembered and like put into my brain, and this is the process that I do for every single piece that I write, because no matter any time they book me, I'm coming prepared. So if you be ready, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Somebody can book me right now for a black power political and I'm ready. Somebody can book me right now for an erotica show, and guess what, I'm ready.
You ready? That's, you know what? I need to get
Memorized,
like
already
that.
up here. Memorized, already up here. I already know the piece. I performed it one time in St. Louis and have not done it again because that show got crazy. Erotic shows scare me. Okay?
Really?
They don't scare me. They don't scare me. I love them because they're so different, right? It's the audience sometimes that scares me because the men be just
Okay.
unhinged
I feel
sometimes,
you.
right? And so my piece was real. You heard my word flow. You heard how I'm talking in my pieces. So you can only imagine what the erotic version of all of that is. And it got crazy. So I've only performed it once, but it's such a great piece. I want to do it again. But long story short, I be ready. I stay ready. You stay ready, you ain't got
Do
to
it
get ready.
tonight.
Oh, no, that's not happening.
Oh, so I understand what you're saying about the erotic shows. I've actually haven't went through that experience, but I've seen it. What I can tell you is that there's a few erotic platforms that they don't tolerate that type of shit at all.
Oh, I
Sensual
know.
Saturdays for sure. They
hmm
ain't going for that shit.
I be following. I told myself before. So I've been to a lot of places. I've been traveling a lot. I have been trying to get to Atlanta for a minute. And I said that I'm gonna come. So when I come out there, y'all gonna know I'm coming out there. Cause I'm gonna be on one of them stages. And y'all better come out and y'all better hear me. Cause they gotta hear me. Listen, I feel like that's the one place they haven't heard me yet. I've been to Texas, I've been to Chicago, I've been here, at home. I have to go to Atlanta. I feel like that's one place where people have to hear good shit. Cause that's the only way for I feel like it would take off somebody of value to hear it. You gotta go where the people of value are at. Let's
Mhm.
go. Like, take me
There's a
there. Why are y'all taking me all these different places? Take me where the people of value are at that's gonna listen and want to put me sitting me down in a room with a contract on the table and be like, can you give us more? I can give you more right now.
Are you familiar with Poppy keynotes?
No.
I'm gonna link y'all. I'm gonna link you and keynotes. You would be dope on her show. Like plain and simple, you would be dope on her
I'm gonna
show.
come out there and support. I seen it say October 15th. My birthday October 12th. I don't got no plans yet, so I may have to. Okay.
We gonna see. We gonna see. We gonna see. But yeah, she's an Atlanta poet though, and she's very well connected and a beast. So
I love it.
I'm gonna link y'all, man. I'm gonna link y'all, and
Y'all got to know I love that. I just went to Tennessee and did a poetry slam against 8 different women from all over the world, and I whooped and left. Walked out with the W and they money and some flowers and was like, St. Louis in the building. I'm ready. I am ready. Let's do it. Yes. I'm ready. Yes.
all right.
Hell
So
yeah.
another good question because we gonna. I know you got to go to your studio session real soon, so I'm actually a few more, and then we gonna get to your
Okay.
pieces again. Um, do. Let's do some of this. Here we go. A major part of your mission is uplifting Black girls and women.
Mhm.
Where did that mission begin for you?
Um, my mission and what I'm doing comes from a place of where I wish I had, if that made sense. Maybe I just said that backwards. But basically, being a young lady, I didn't have anybody to talk to, run to, support system. Family wasn't so with the listening. And, back then, even though they taught it to the boys, they taught it to the girls too. Chest out, chin up, suck that shit up. We don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm an emotional person. So seeing the girls these days, seeing the things that they're going through, seeing how they're acting out younger and younger. I have 2 little girls myself, and just witnessing everything. It's just like somebody has to be the voice for these young ladies. Somebody got to be the person to say, somebody got to be the change. You know what I'm saying? And I've always wanted change for me. And since I didn't have that and I had to be the change for myself, now that I was the change for myself, I can go and offer that change to others. I've experienced what I've need to experience and learned what I've need to learn. Now I can share that knowledge with other girls who were just like me or who are going through the things that I went through when I was young, or just even as adults too. It's important to have a sisterhood. So I do all of that behind the scenes. I have a nonprofit that supports and organizes for sisterhood, women that's going through things, and children and little girls, because everybody's going through something. But the kids are the future, and if they're gonna be our future and they doing what they doing, we ain't doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not
Something's fucked up.
it's not looking good. So somebody has to be the difference, and it has to start somewhere. And if it has to start with me, I'll let it start with me. I'll be different. I'll be the person to be out there and put my face out there. And y'all can laugh and y'all can point and y'all can do all that. But somebody have to be the difference for our children. And it got to start somewhere. So that's where my message to uplift little girls come from. Now, my poetry may not be for younger girls
Mhm.
and all of that, but my music is gonna be for everyone, including little girls. That's why I do know very little cursing, if any at all, none at all. And just listen to the words that I'm actually saying, because hopefully it motivates these young girls to get out here and be bosses and not hoes. To be bosses and not ratchet. To want to wear clothes and not be half naked. To want to, you know what I'm saying? Like it's It's a lot, and it got to start somewhere. And so I just feel like it could start with me for my life and the people around me and the little young girls around me and in my neighborhood and that I'm growing up around, and maybe it could spread. So that's definitely the goal, and that's my mission behind everything that I do. That's It's all gonna lead to that.
So one of my original erotic poetry in general, mentors is right here. She goes by True Sister, the original cashew bustle. She has a radio station, Flex Radio, and she promotes poetry, she promotes music, she promotes all of that. So she's telling me to link y'all as well. So I'm definitely gonna go connect
Yes,
you with her as
please.
well.
Let's do it. I'm gonna have all my socials at the end of this,
Mhm.
and y'all can be able to hit me up. I love to network. I would travel wherever when it comes to my career. I want y'all to know that. So ain't nothing too far from me. Okay, okay.
She's
If it's
sweet,
gonna be,
she's Shreveport, Louisiana. And
listen, and I've never been there either. I would love to come down there. I heard they got some good ass motherfucking food. Maybe I meet my husband or something. You never know who you gonna meet if you don't get out your
that's
city.
funny.
You never know
She
who you gonna meet if you don't leave your city. My husband out there somewhere. I gotta go find him.
true true sister, true sister, this young lady named Terry and this guy named Southern Poet who's not from anywhere down south. My nigga from Illinois, but he called himself Southern Poet because he goes deep in his poetry. Like the shit dope. But they the reasons why I even do erotic poetry. Like,
Okay.
like I was like, oh shit, I heard them do it and it was like cool and true. My first erotic piece, she walked right up to me and like you should have seen them in all her yellow thickness. She walked right up to me and she rubbed me on my face. She said, that poem wasn't shit. You need some help. And ever since then, that's been my dog. like because the poem was shit. Like it really was. It was trash. But it took for somebody to tell me that, and I'm glad she told me that because I would have thought it was good and would have just continued on that path.
Oh
Uh,
Lord. Thank
So
God for
she's the
friends like
reason
that.
why I have a piece called Mental Masturbation. I wrote that piece in 2005. She's the reason why that piece is still requested today. So I love her. So y'all gotta connect
I'm
y'all.
gonna go
Gotta
listen to that.
but,
That's interesting. I like that title. Hmm.
all right. So now I'm about to ask you an off the wall question. Then I'm gonna ask you a serious question, and we're gonna let you get to your pieces. Aliens decided to land in St. Louis, and they announced that Tiffany Marie has been selected to represent all the poets on earth. What is the first thing you are teaching them about poetry?
Mm. That's you know what? I that you know what? If I would teach them anything right off the back, the first thing I would probably teach them is stage presence. A lot of them don't have that. A lot of poets to this day, even big name poets who have been famous for umpteen years, don't have stage presence. They just got words and people just listening. But that's what was cool back then. That's what people allowed and wanted back then. And we're in the new times now, so that same shit ain't gonna fly, right? So, stage presence is important. How you manipulate the entire stage. Don't just use that 1 square foot of space that you have. Learn how to use the entire stage for your greater good. That's even your breath control. That's even, you know what I'm saying? Because if you standing at the stage and you got a crowd that reaches hella far back to the room, who you expecting to hear you standing just right here? You have
Mhm.
to be able to let everyone hear you. I want to see that y'all listening. I want to make eye contact with y'all. I want y'all to feel what I feel. I want to be able to, so stage presence. Long story short, that's what I would teach them. That's important. That's important more than anything. Even when you do music, stage presence. Ooh, stage presence. These new celebrities be getting on stage and just be stiff and just looking like corpse. Like it be crazy. Like no stage presence. Like your words can't even bounce because you not bouncing. You know what I'm saying? So stage presence, have some creativity, some personality about how y'all do things. Don't just be people
Stick.
like, yeah, like I don't know how to explain my hand movements, but you get it, like, yeah, you know.
All right. The last question I'm gonna ask you: years from now, when only your words remain, what do you want your words to say about Tiffany Marie? When people read your words, long after we gone, what do you want them to think about when they read your work?
She took no shit. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
She was a dangerous, cold motherfucker. She took no shit. I want them to be able to take the wordplay, how I play with my words, the creativity behind how I use my words, and how you use even the most basic words in everyday life, and how you can manipulate, and use them in sentences and phrases. That they gonna know that they gonna by reading, you know what I'm saying, by reading anything that I have past years from now, they gonna be like, oh, she was serious about her shit. She took no shit from nobody. She stood on her shit. She was serious, and I am very serious. I'm a very serious person. I'm a very strict individual. I'm strict with my family. I'm strict with my kids. I'm strict on my man. I hold you to a very, very high standard, because that's the standard I hold my people to, because I can do that. So I don't play no games. They gonna know that. And that's a good thing to learn, because I did this by myself. I've been I've been by myself since I was 15 years old. So learning and teaching myself everything that I know to this day, I had to go through it first to know the lesson and learn the lesson. And then as I learned the lesson, you know what I'm saying, I'm able to teach others. So I'm definitely I'm they gonna know. They gonna learn a
Okay.
lot too.
Well, with that being said, everybody, we got three more of them pieces where you gonna know that she's a bad, cold piece of work. So, with that being said, Miss Tiffany Marie, once again, the mic is yours.
Okay. Okay, let me think. Let me see. My emotions be high. It's quite hard to satisfy when he feels like he does no wrong. That same nigga that break your heart one day and the next day he gone. That same nigga that know he cheating so he keep a magnum on. That same nigga that swear he different. I'm sorry. The nigga that swear he know the difference between right and wrong. My trust fucked up, so I'm always asking questions. I want to know when, where, and what time, cause you just read messages, not replying nor responding, but swear I'm overreacting. Swear he's the man of the year. Gotta stop it with all that capping. You want me to cook and clean and tend to his needs, but love the ones that stay on their knees by any means. I just want your love and affection, a little cuddling, a whole lot of sexing. Not too much, but just enough to keep me guessing. I tell him my time is precious, and I have no room for old lessons with adolescents. Count my blessings. 3 times had my pride and cut all ties, no more tries. Or sorry excuses. It's kind of cute how you can play clueless. Now I'm tripping and you sick of my shit. But swear you want to commit with no intent to make a change. But cheating with these bitches and swear we all the same. I know I'm different. I ain't gonna lie, sugarcoat shit. I know it's tempting. Not begging for your attention. And I hate to mention I caught you cheating. So I started moving different. No need for sorries, just goodbyes. I'm good on you. I'm cutting all ties. Ain't no surprise. You just the man that I despise. And that's the end of that one, y'all. Yeah. Okay, let me see. Okay, so I am also a battle poet too as well. So here's one of my favorite battle poet pieces. God knew to put me in this room with you today. He said, Tiff, get up on that stage and show him you did not come to play. They call me Big Tiff. Nice to meet you. Now I got some shit to say. My words be so heavy and my flow be so sick. I sneezed on this pen a few times, so you know my words gon' stick. I'm definitely not your average, and I sure ain't the bottom of the roster. The way I carry these kids through this journey, you can call me Mama Foster. I'm so different, you can feel that shit in your core. I'm talking about in your gut, I can hear you want some more, so I'm finna give it to you. The way these rhymes be tight, I spit that shit with all my might. Cause by the time I'm done with you, this ain't gonna be a poetry battle no more. You gon' wanna fight. Twisted up rock cone, hold on, I need a light. Heavy on the non-conversational, but you cannot see me on this stage. I'm definitely a scary sight. But let's not get it twisted. I got the real tea for you bitches. You may wanna sip this. I come in different flavors. It's a different me every time, so do me a favor. When you mention Big Tiff, mention your Lord and Savior, but let me digress. Sometimes I go too hard, I don't need you holding your chest, but I got that venom in me. He's saying, eat her ass up so you can leave her to me. I'm saying, welcome to the loo. I'm not here to confuse you or misuse you, but I think you had a couple screws loose when you chose to battle me. Artemis called me up, he said, you down? I said, hell yeah, them just some wannabes. But no disrespect to you. I just got up on this stage and came to do what I do, but I'm really lethal with these words. But don't call me a rapper because I really get offended. I remember back in my school days before my new ways, the way I express myself, I always got suspended, so excuse me for being so expressive. My words be so heavy you can feel them in your digestive. I'm really that impressive. Okay, and that's that one, y'all. And then my last one, this last one that I'm gonna do is gonna be a message to everybody out there to just to embrace being different and be okay with being different and shine with being different because there's nothing wrong with it. I'm different. The way I walk, talk, carry myself, and think says different. I ain't never been one of them that wink, but to know me is to know stink and understand that when I blink, I'ma blink with both eyes because I want to be able to see if you telling bold lies or if I need to sympathize with how you symbolize yourself. I'm not like the next who think with things below their chest, but I'm like me. You know, the queen to be. It's as if they look at me in disbelief as if I'm not who they created me to be. The black sheep. I find it humorous when y'all talk about me. Such a beautiful seed blossoming into a flower you see. But instead of noticing that about me, you turn into creed, using your words to make me bleed, hoping that what you said really gets to me. But it doesn't. Because it wasn't my choice nor my decision to be brought into a world with no precision, no direction on this infection inside my brain causing a resurrection of my intelligence. Being called dumb and told I couldn't do it just to get up every day and prove it. It's not about what you do, it's about how you do it. They say you can never tell a tree by the fruit it bears. Scares me to think you better than me. But this apple don't fall far from the tree. I just imagine me a bit differently. Something like the black sheep. Trying to fit into a family I was born in. Trying to understand why my differences get me scorned then. Trying to put some clarification to this gentrification of this family I was born in. You only get one, they say it all the time. I say you only get one of me. You only get one real chance to know me before it's my time to shine. Cause the moment I succeed and success chooses me, then I'll be one fucked up individual to choose greed over those who raised me. It amazes me how things change when they hear you making a little bit more change that can change their life. Now, despite all your lefts, you can never get right now. Things in your life are starting to make sense, and now you'll never need them for shit. That little show, that little song, turned your money real long. You know, people be real loud and real wrong. Never supported you from the jump, but feel entitled to your dust. Now it's a must. You reintroduce yourself. A formal meet and greet. Nice to meet you. My name, the Black Sheep. And that's that, y'all.
I love
I love it.
I love it. I think it's so cool after every one of your pieces, you be so proud. I love it. I love it.
You gotta be proud of your own shit, okay?
So I want you to take this time right quick to let everybody know if you got anything going on, any shows, anything you need to promote, where they can follow your pen, all of that. This is you.
This is the
Spotlight
time.
you. Get it.
All right, this the time, y'all. All right, my name is Tiffany Marie. If y'all missed it at the beginning and joined in the middle, I am Tiffany Marie. I am a award-winning spoken word poet from St. Louis, Missouri. You can find me on all social media platforms at Tiffany Marie, and that's Marie with 2 eyes. You find me with 1 eye, it ain't me. Okay? All right. Facebook is Tiffany Marie. Instagram, it's I am Tiffany _Marie. TikTok, it's I am Tiffany _Marie. But all in all, if you type in Tiffany Marie, you will find me. I on all my pages, I post book me flyers, so you'll know the emails and stuff that you can like book me at if you were interested. You could also DM me on those pages. As far as next coming shows, where I am next, I have a virtual Zoom concert that I will be performing in on the 29th of August. If anyone's interested, that stuff will be on my page as well. It'll be public so you all can see it. September 12th, I am in Indiana performing on the yacht boat. So if you live in Indiana and you close to Wawasee, Lake Wawasee, Indiana, please get a ticket to the all-white party on the yacht boat. I will be on there. Y'all will be hearing me. September 19th, I think, is that following Saturday. After that, I'll be in Nashville, Tennessee, participating in the Poetry Slam again for the 2nd year in a row. So you can find me in those places. Also, my books is open, so I'm interested in any and all opportunities, especially if they offer me great advancement. I'm just looking to grow, honestly looking to make great friends. I'm also looking to network. I'm into anything. Please hit me up. I'm open to all ideas. Yeah.
Oh, no doubt. Well, on behalf of PenTellectual Conversations, Pop Cram the Poet, I want to say thank you for making time out to be our hot topic and our soundbite artist of the week. So I want to thank you so much. You go ahead, get to your studio session and go kill it. As soon as you done with that single, send it to me.
I will send it to you. I got you. Thank y'all for having me
All
so
right, all
much. I
right.
appreciate it.
All right, everybody, man. That was the incredible Miss Tiffany Marie, man. Wow, this was a real fun interview. But y'all know what time it is. It's time for that old mic drop. Yeah. So in her bio, she talked about rising loudly, and I like the way that sounds, And sometimes, rising loudly, um, rising loudly is not always announcing every victory. Sometimes it's simply having enough respect for yourself to walk away from people who only value your presence when it was convenient for them. A lot of us, we use the word friend without understanding what friendship really means. A real friend does not suddenly forget your heart because your feelings changed. A real friend can be becoming cruel. They can say no without trying to embarrass you, disrespect you, or make you feel ashamed for being vulnerable. Rejection is a person's right, but disrespect is a choice. And sometimes the hardest truth to accept is that certain people who are only comfortable calling you a friend while they needed something from you, that's a problem. Once the need disappeared, so did the kindness and all the effort and the version of them that you thought was real. But listen to me. You do not have to beg anybody to remain your friend. You do not have to audition for a place in somebody's life. You do not have to keep proving your loyalty to people who have already shown you how easily they can disregard you. Let them leave. Let them misunderstand your silence. Let them become strangers if being connected to them requires you to abandon your own dignity. And do not allow somebody else's inability to value you make you question what you bring into the lives of others. You're still worthy of honest friendship. You're still worthy of kindness. You're still worthy of people who do not disappear the moment your presence no longer benefits them. So rise loudly, not by arguing, chasing, or begging to be understood, but by choosing yourself without apology. Sometimes the loudest way to rise is to close the door quietly, straighten your crown, and never again ask somebody to recognize the value they were careless enough to lose. This is Paul Cram the Poet saying, tune in next week here on PenTellectual Conversations, where dope poetry, deep dialogue, and unapologetically real energy will always reside. And with that being said, we out.
Thank you for vibing with us. We hope tonight's conversation inspired a creative spark in you. So go out and show the world who you really are. And we'll see you next time on PenTellectual Conversations.